Tuesday night, 11:30. 11:30 for here used to be early, or used to seem early. But I don't go out really after 11 anymore. You know, not because I'm scared of the dark. You know, although sometimes there's just a lot of nonsense out here at that point. All the tourists seem to go in, and with that, any kind of security. There's no security anyway, you know. But when they're gone, when they go in, it's not just them and the shitheads. It's just the shitheads out here, you know, for the most part. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty empty. I haven't been out here at this late for a while. Although I used to exclusively go out around this time. I used to go at midnight, like a fucking creeper, and just walk around. Because I'm up a lot at night, you know. I'm one of those night people. Usually sleep in the earlier part of the morning. Well, later part of the, whatever the fuck. Point is, I'm out quite a bit at night. Or I used to be anyway. I stopped coming out just because it was after the lockdown thing. I stopped coming out at night during lockdowns because the cops were looking for you. Like, what are you doing out here? And there's only so many times you can say you're going to pick up rubbing alcohol at the fucking store. Yeah, I was watching thank God I watch a lot of shit. That fucking seems like all I do lately is fucking comment on things. But, you know, it was not TrueStream Medium. It was a TrueStream Medium. She was just talking about, like, she was mentioning the veil, but she was talking about it in sort of a different way. I don't know if she meant the same veil that we talk about here, but she was saying it is the same thing, right? The veil over society that makes you think you live in a civilized, you know, society with social contracts and stuff, and how easy that can break down, how quickly, and the tyranny that was imposed in the long run sense by the people in your community, the people near you, not so much the main bad guys in the castle. Like, you know, they're making, you know, they're creating these ideas, right? But it's the mindless minions at your job, in your neighborhood, the orderly at the hospital that won't take you in when you're bleeding out because you don't have a vaccination. These are the people that you feel the most pain from. You're gonna feel the pain from them because they're the long arm of this tyranny. They're the extension of the will of the farmers, you know. And she was likening the past couple years to the Stanford experiment, which was a thing that happened in the early 70s. I think it was the early 70s, where they took two groups of men. One were to be the jailers, one were to play the part of prisoners, and they were just going to study how they interacted. The study was really focused on the jailers, though, not the prisoners, but the jailers didn't know that. So what happened was they wanted to study the behavior of people put in a situation like that. And the jailers all became sadistic because they thought they were in the right, which is what we saw happen here. It just flipped the switch in people. You know, like I say, clerks in the store suddenly thought they were security guards. The security guards suddenly thought they were cops. And the cops thought they were fucking military. And up on down the line, it emboldened certain kind of personality types with the idea that they have carte blanche over how they can control other people with that old the end result. Why can't I never fucking get that? I fucked this up the other night too. That thing where it's an evil thing, like they always say, like the means outweigh the fucking, you know what I'm saying. It's being kept from me. I don't know why. It's being kept from me. Whatever they do to get to the point they need to do is worth it. It's the can't have an omelet without breaking some eggs thing. That's their whole deal. So because they felt they were in the right and that this was all for a good cause, it excused any behavior And a lot of people went into a really dark fucking personality switch. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I got in fights with or yelled at or fought with in elevators. It's for your health, man. From my health? You don't know me. You know, I just walked into you, you fucking cunt. It's for your health. It's like, dude, if I was fucking burning on the side of the street, and you had a fucking gallon of water with you, you'd step over me. You disgusting fucking robot. And what she was saying was how it revealed that how certain people can act in a circumstance like this. How jarring and like fucking inhumane it is. And for me, it was so out there, so jarring, so inhumane that I started developing the system tools theory. And I did it as kind of a cope, but the more I thought about it and the more I applied that lens to situations, the more it seemed like that is indeed the case. And the system tool theory being that there are some people here, or the majority of people here, who were here at the beginning of whatever this place was, used to facilitate tests, because I believe at some point this was some kind of school or some kind of training ground or for divinity, or an incubator. You would learn to develop yourself. And seeing that you were in this avatar, you're going to be here in this body, the interactions that facilitate these tests so you can learn would be other people that, of course, look like you. But they didn't have divinity or souls. They were just system tools created by the machine itself, or the machine, that God, whatever this thing is, to facilitate in these tests. Now, when this place was overthrown, changed hands, new management took over, and it stopped being a place of learning, well, these guys still existed. They still had them, as they have all the other tools that work for the system, and therefore they're all pegged to 10. You know, it's become a bit of a torture chamber. You know, so they're still out here, and they will do absolutely anything the system tells them to. And you know, and what they do is they try to convince those of us that do have souls, that do have divinity, to go along with them through social shame and social pressure, you know, whatever there is. But they're out here. There's a lot of them out here. I could be wrong, you know, it's just a theory, but I haven't found much to debunk it yet. I try. I think that's the thing you should do, is try to find ways around some of these more fantastical ideas to try to ground them. But I mean, why? I don't know. From what we've experienced and seen and lived through, I don't know how much you have to ground stuff, you know, because how much is really fucking grounded anyway. All right, I gotta go get something to drink. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.